Hello, hello. So today I'm going to show you not the NSH website, but about how to rank the pages of your website more quickly, basically. So usually, for example, on the NSH website with a UK healthcare main website, basically, you rank your website by having a sitemap.xml, which looks like this, basically. So it's XML file where, so this one is pretty big, of course, because NSH is quite a big organization. But let's say you have this one, for example, you go to this page. So this is a sitemap that includes all the sitemaps, basically. Here. So let's go inside here, and you can see, for example, this is for CMS videos, and you have this page, for example. That's not a page, actually, it's an image, okay. And the title of this page should be the NSH website, what we do. And then you have the description, and then you have the location of the page, okay. That needs to be indexed, and the duration here. So what's happening is when you register your website, for example, on Google or Bing or one of the search engine website, it's going to ask you where is the sitemap, but usually it's always the domain name / sitemap.xml, and then it's going to look for the sitemap and then regularly, and then rank your page, your new page or your existing page, with the content and all the description you added here in the sitemap.xml. Perfect. So this is working. This is the usual way that is there for a very long time now. But there is a new way to do it more quickly, and you can get your page ranking in just a few seconds or few minutes usually. So it's pretty good when you want your information to be right away indexed, okay, and not wait that the search engine go on your site, go on your page through the sitemap and see if there's new content, then we index it, etc. Which could take for, I mean, it could take a long time. It could take a few days, even weeks, probably. So for this, could be very useful if you want content to be indexed very quickly. So what I'm going to show you today is this IndexNow organization, which makes easy website owner to instantly inform search engine and web crawlers using information retrieval, so the search engines, about latest content changes on their website. It is simplest form. IndexNow is a simple ping so that search engines know that URL and its content has been added, updated, and deleted, allowing search engines to quickly reflect this change in their search results. So basically, yes, it's an API basically. So that some search engines that are listed here, so Microsoft Bing, which is quite big, Naver, Sesnam.cz, Yandex, and Yep. So those search engines. So it doesn't include Google yet, but it might be included later on, or maybe they want to create their own IndexNow, but this is how it works basically. So if you're interested in indexing your website on one of those search engine, then it's very good to know how it works, and I'm going to show you how you could structure it in your existing API as a software developer, okay? So here you have this indexnow.org with some brief description, and then here you have the documentation. So how it works, you submit one URL, and And then you have the key to identify basically who you are. And then you have the list of URLs, so it can be only one, but you can have several at the same time. And you submit your request, your post request to IndexNow. And then it's going to do the rest, basically. So it's going to say to Microsoft Bing, for example, hey, I have a new page, so have a look and see for the ranking or delete the page eventually, okay? It's just to say there's an update, okay, here on this page. So you specify the URL and then it's going to have a look straight away. So of course there's a verification of ownership via the key. And you can have a text key file, which I recommend at the root of the directory. So it's pretty usual, you know, we're doing this for other things. And so you just add a very text file with a key. The content of the key is the same as a text file name, and you add just the .txt. So it needs to be there. So to identify the owner of this request. And then the key, which is here, for example, you send it here as well in the request body. Perfect. So now to generate, so there's no other options here. You can have a look eventually if it suits better. You send the request. The request is taken account in just a few milliseconds. It's very quick, trust me. And then they should return a 200 OK response, and then there's all the responses, bad request, forbidden, etc. Too many requests. So you can adapt your call request and handle the errors, the eventual errors here, okay, and have a retry, maybe something like this. So here we go. Now to set the key, to generate the key, because it needs to be generated. So Microsoft actually in their big IndexNow page, they also talk about this, okay, take control of your SEO game with real-time indexing, which is very fast, and you can generate a new key. So let's go get started actually. And then, so they show you different websites that are already using it. And then the first step is to generate the API key. So here, the API key is just generated like this. So when you refresh a page, basically you have a new key all the time. You copy this key, and then you create you push a txt file that contains this key, and also that's the key you're going to use in your API request, your post request to IndexNow, okay? So it's pretty straightforward actually. Here they also show how it works. The same thing, you know, it's exactly the same table here. And you can verify it has been registered to Bing Webmaster Tools just to verify everything is working as expected. Here we go. So now I'm going to go a little bit further, and I'm going to show you how you could integrate IndexNow within your existing API. Okay. So I can draw something here, and I'm going to show you what I've done in my previous in one of my previous project. So let's go here. So I like event-driven for this, especially for this specific purpose. Okay. So we have, let's say we have I'm going to use here. Let's say you have your API here. So let's say it's an API. So you send a request to this API. Okay. Let's say that's your front end. Your front end is going to be there. Boop. It can be in React or whatever you want, and you send your request. Let's say it's adding a new content here. So add new page, for example, content. Okay, why not? And this is your existing system. Okay. Now what we're going to do is because it's probably working very well, so you don't need to do anything here. What you just need to do is to create your request and send it to an EventBridge. So EventBridge is a service in AWS. You can use something different, but I like EventBridge because you can it's a queuing messaging system. So it's a bit like SNS. But what you can do also, you can filter, if you want, the messages. There's a retry as well. In case the request doesn't work, it's going to retry automatically. So it's a pub sub system. Okay. So what you can do is to send the message basically to your EventBridge, event bus here. And then you have your message here. So it can be the same, maybe the same payload than here. Okay. You send it to EventBridge, and here, so you can send it then to your own Lambda. So it could be okay, let's say Lambda, and then it can then this Lambda, you're going to write a bit of code, okay, but the Lambda is going to, let's do it like this, is going to send it to, okay, and then let's do this. I like the copy paste, it's fantastic. And then IndexNow API. Okay, so this is of course outside your here it's outside your system. We can do something like this, and then like this. Okay, so just to separate. Sorry, I cannot draw very well, apparently. Okay, and so you have this, and then IndexNow is going to do its job, and there's probably a message queue system that's going to send it to, let's say, okay, Bing here, Microsoft Bing. What else you have? For example, I don't know. You have other one like Yandex, let's say, okay, etc. So this is how it works. Whoop. Let's do it with arrow here, and that's it. Yandex or other, etc. Okay. So this is how it works. So EventBridge is going to take into account your message. You send it to your AWS Lambda, which is going to send the post request to that include the key and payload and the URL basically, and to your here, okay, post request with including the key and the URLs to your API. Now you send the request. If it goes wrong, you have an error, and then you manage it here. But one thing that could be very good actually is in your front end, you still have your sitemap here, okay? So let's say you have your sitemap. So it can be one or several, okay, depending on the size of your website. So you have a sitemap.xml. Let's say it's failing, but you would like to have the page registered, okay, as soon as possible. But if it's not done, let's say, if it's not, if there's failing somewhere here, you might be okay just to let it go, because maybe it's an exception or something like this, and just use and let the search engine does it work with indexing the missing page to the sitemap.xml. So anyway, it's an additional system to index page in a few seconds, and that can, and you can still keep the existing sitemap.xml, which I really recommend it. So yeah, it's just additional basically. Another thing as well, if your page updates, so if it's a new page, you go here. If it's an updated, so it can be add page or update or delete even, okay? Because if it deletes, you still go through all these steps, okay? It doesn't know here if it's a delete, added, updated. It just sends it to, for example, Microsoft Bing, okay? And Microsoft Bing is going to say, okay, let's have a look on this page. I have the URL. I go on the page and see what's up, okay? So I don't have it. I'm going to add it. It's an existing page. Let's have a look on the content and see what I do. The page doesn't exist, so I need to remove it then. If it's delete, I remove it, okay? So it's all done automatically, basically. It's fast, it's not super complicated, and here with EventBridge in the middle, it doesn't change anything of your current system. So it's decoupled this way and more reliable as well. So hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment below. Thank you.